Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're bringing you something a little different, a natural and engaging English conversation between two people as they share their daily routines. But here's the twist. It's not just the usual boring routine talk. You'll hear them reveal quirky habits, unusual details, and even hidden emotions behind the little things they do every day. It's almost like overhearing two real friends chatting. Fun, authentic, and full of expressions you can learn from. So, if you want to improve your English while enjoying a unique story about everyday life, stay tuned and listen carefully to this conversation. Let's get started. You ever notice how toothbrushes wear out differently depending on your mood?
That's the strangest opening line I've heard all day. Go on.
I swear, when I'm anxious, I brush harder and the bristles tilt outward faster. When I'm calm, they stay neat for months. My bathroom drawer looks like a record of my emotional state.
That's oddly scientific. My toothbrush has no story. It just dies quietly every 3 months. My emotional state gets recorded elsewhere.
Where?
The microwave timer. Every night, I set it to heat water for tea, but I always stop it 1 second before it beeps. I can't stand the beep. Feels like failure. 1 second? You're living your whole life avoiding the tiniest alarms. Exactly. My day's built around avoiding little explosions. Even in the morning, I wake up before my alarm, 6:11, never later, so I don't have to hear it.
6:11? Not 6:10? Not 6:15?
Nope, 6:11. Feels personal, like the universe stamped it on me.
That's weirdly beautiful. My mornings are the opposite. Every day is a dice roll. Sometimes 7:30, sometimes 9. No matter what, I snooze 3 times. My alarm is basically background music. So your day begins with rebellion or surrender. Depends on the mood. But I like the unpredictability. Yesterday, I made pancakes at 8:15. Today, I ate cold pizza at 8:45. Tomorrow, who knows?
Doesn't that exhaust you?
No, it keeps me awake. I think if my life became as precise as yours, I'd dissolve into wallpaper.
Wallpaper's underrated. It holds the whole room together.
Until someone peels it.
Touché.
What about after your sacred 6:11? What's next?
Coffee ritual. Always the same mug, the chipped blue one. I grind beans by hand, count 15 clockwise turns, 15 counterclockwise. Then I sit by the window and watch my neighbor's dog dig holes in their yard. Every day. The holes have no purpose, but neither does my watching.
Sounds almost meditative.
It is, but it makes me wonder, am I living or am I just cataloging?
Cataloging can be living. My version is people watching on the bus. There's this woman who always eats an apple, but never finishes it. She bites exactly halfway, then tosses it. I've built whole backstories for her. Maybe she hates cores. Maybe she fears seeds. Maybe she's just stubbornly wasteful.
Or maybe she's telling herself she'll finish it later, but knows she never will. Like buying books you don't read.
Guilty. My nightstand looks like a library abandoned mid-sentence.
Mine too, but not because I don't read, because I reread the same pages. Every night I open to page 47 of one book, the part where the protagonist stands at a train station, unsure whether to board. I've read that passage more than 100 times.
Why that page?
Because it's the only place in fiction where indecision feels noble. In real life, indecision feels pathetic.
That's heavy.
Well, you asked.
No, I like it. My heaviness is different. Every night before bed, I rearrange my shoes in the closet. Not by type, not by color, by how likely they are to run away. Sneakers first, then boots, then flats, then heels. Run away? Don't laugh. I think of them like animals. Sneakers would sprint off, boots would lumber, flats would scurry, heels would collapse dramatically. That's not crazy. That's poetic. Thanks. My roommate thinks it's deranged. Maybe routines are private poetry. Some people write sonnets, others line up fleeing shoes. And some read page 47 forever. Exactly. Do you think we'd still recognize ourselves if all these rituals disappeared? Honestly, no. I think I'd evaporate. I think I'd finally see who I am without props, but I'm scared of that too. So routines are both prisons and lifelines. Yeah. The trick is deciding when the bars are keeping you safe and when they're keeping you small. Maybe talking about them like this is the first step. Or maybe it's just two people being human at 9:42 on the Tuesday. Either way, I'm glad for it. Me too. Now, go rescue your chipped mug. It's waiting.
And you go rearrange your escapee shoes.
I'm already on it. You ever realize how your day actually starts before you even wake up?
What do you mean, like dreams?
Not dreams. The position I fall asleep in sets the tone for my morning. If I fall asleep on my back, I wake up sharp, like I'm already ready. But if I curl up sideways, the whole day feels fragile, like I'm tiptoeing through glass.
That's oddly precise. I can't even tell you what position I wake up in. I only know the first thing I do. I count the number of cracks in my ceiling.
You count?
Yeah, there's 6 big ones, but sometimes when the light shifts, I see little hairline cracks, and I count those too. Some days it's 6, some days it's 9. It's like the ceiling decides what kind of day I'm gonna have.
So your whole routine starts with cracks. Mine starts with the kettle. I boil water, not for tea, not for coffee, just because I like the sound of it. The bubbling, the tiny hiss at the end. It's my alarm clock's apology for being so harsh.
You don't even drink it?
Nope, I pour it out and start again if I actually want tea.
That's wonderfully pointless. My version of that is ironing. I iron the same shirt every morning, even if I'm not going to wear it.
Why?
The sound, the steam, the way wrinkles disappear. It feels like I'm fixing at least one thing in the universe before I mess up the rest of the day.
That's sad and comforting at the same time.
That's most of my life, honestly.
Okay, so after ironing your existential shirt, what's next?
Breakfast, but always the same, 2 boiled eggs. I time them exactly 7 minutes. Not 6, not 8. 7 is perfect. If I mess it up, the whole day is ruined.
Eggs as destiny. I love it. Mine's stranger. I don't eat until I've walked to the corner and back, even if I'm starving. I think I need to prove to myself that I can leave the apartment before I earn food.
That's harsh.
Maybe, but it works. By the time I'm back, I feel like I survived something. Small, like a practice round for the day.
I kind of envy that. I spend my mornings avoiding survival. Like when I shower, I leave the shampoo bottle open on purpose so it feels less like work to use it.
You trick yourself into hygiene?
Every time. It's ridiculous, but my brain needs those shortcuts.
I get that. My trick is leaving half-written notes for myself on the kitchen table. Not to-do lists, just fragments. Buy bread, call her. Don't forget the sun exists. I wake up thinking someone else left them for me.
That's almost eerie.
Yeah, but it makes life feel like a scavenger hunt instead of a treadmill.
Okay, I like that. My version of a scavenger hunt is watching Neighbors. The guy across the street waters his lawn every morning at exactly 7:12. I don't even know his name, but I feel like I'd miss him if he stopped.
That's sweet. I watch the bakery truck arrive at 8:03. I never buy bread then, but I wave at the driver. Sometimes he waves back, sometimes he doesn't. It's a whole relationship of nods and maybes.
Do you think routines like that make us sane or trap us?
Both. I think routines are the scaffolding holding up the chaos. Without them, maybe we collapse. With them, maybe we never climb higher.
That's terrifyingly accurate. Sometimes I think if I stopped boiling eggs, I'd stop being me.
And if I stopped boiling water for no reason, I'd lose my balance.
Do you ever imagine someone watching us, overhearing these weird little hobbits?
They'd probably think we're eccentric. or lonely, or both.
Maybe. But maybe they'd hear it and recognize themselves. Maybe they'd realize their strange rituals aren't just quirks, they're survival strategies.
That's exactly it. We're all stitching meaning into the empty spaces of a day.
And hoping no one notices how frayed the threads are.
Or hoping someone does.
You know, I realize my day actually begins at 2 a.m.
That's not morning. That's still night.
Not for me. I wake up almost every night at exactly 2:07. It's not insomnia, not nightmares. I just open my eyes, check the clock, and lie there. It's like my body insists on this little secret intermission.
Do you do anything or just lie there?
Sometimes I get up and water my plants. At 2 in the morning, the aloe looks weird under the fridge light, like it's glowing. Other times I just listen to the pipes. The building hums like a sleeping animal.
That sounds eerie, but kind of peaceful. My mornings start way less mystical. I wake up at 6 and immediately check my phone to see if my sister's posted another picture of her cat. That's my alarm, basically, waiting for proof that Cat survived the night.
That's adorable. You live vicariously through a cat.
I guess. It feels like checking in with family without the pressure of saying good morning.
Funny. I can't look at my phone before breakfast. I think screens make the food taste like plastic.
That's oddly specific.
I tested it. Toast with no phone, crunchy, golden. Toast after doom scrolling, cardboard.
You ran an experiment on your breakfast?
Science of survival speaker too.
My survival trick is the socks. I wear mismatched socks every single day.
On purpose?
Absolutely. If the universe wants to surprise me, I want to meet it halfway. Right sock stripes, left sock polka dots. A tiny rebellion against symmetry.
That explains your vibe. I bet your coworkers think you're careless, but secretly, it's ritual.
Exactly. And what about you? Any rebellions?
I refuse to use mugs, only bowls. I drink coffee, tea, even soup, everything from bowls.
Why?
Cups feel like deadlines. They end too fast. Bowls stretch time out.
That's brilliant. I never thought of it that way.
And you?
My rebellion's quieter. When I brush my teeth, I start with the bottom left instead of the top right. Total dentist's chaos.
You're wild, speaker too.
I know. Rebel with fluoride.
Okay, so after mismatched socks and toothpaste anarchy, what next?
I sit in my car for 10 minutes before driving anywhere. Even if I'm late, radio off, just sitting. Like I'm convincing myself I exist.
Oh, I do that too. Except for me, it's standing in the doorway, shoes on, hand on the knob, 5 whole minutes before I can twist it.
Why do you think we both hesitate?
Maybe the day feels like a tide, and we're deciding whether to swim or drown.
That's heavy for a Tuesday.
Life's heavy every day. The routines just spread the weight out so it doesn't crush us.
Yeah, like I make the same sandwich for lunch every day. Peanut butter and banana. Not because I love it, but because I can't stand deciding.
Decision fatigue. Exactly. That's why I rotate 3 outfits. People think I'm quirky minimalist. Truth is, I just can't choose.
See? No one ever admits that. Everyone pretends routines are efficiency. But really, they're shields.
Shields. Or distractions. My whole afternoon routine is a distraction. I take a walk at the same hour, but I don't look at the scenery. I count lampposts. It keeps me from thinking too much.
How many lampposts?
32. Round trip. If one's broken, the whole walk feels wrong.
That's strangely comforting.
Mine's the mail. Even if I know nothing's coming, I check the mailbox 3 times.
Hope disguised as habit.
Exactly. And when the box is empty, I tell myself it's lighter that way.
You ever think about what all these little rituals say about us?
Constantly. Like, if someone saw my sock drawer, they'd think I was a mess. But really, it's the only proof I have that I'd choose anything.
For me, if someone saw all my bowls, they'd assume I'm eccentric. But really, it's the only way I feel time stretched long enough to breathe.
Maybe routines are how we confess without words.
Or how we pray without gods.
That's beautiful. You should write that down.
I already did. On a napkin this morning, right after pouring boiling water, I didn't drink.
Wait, you do that too?
Every day. The sound soothes me, even if the tea never happens.
Maybe our routines aren't that strange after all.
Maybe everyone's got their secret scaffolding.
Yeah, we're just honest enough to say it out loud. You know what I realized this morning? I brush my teeth in the exact same order every single day. Top left, top right, bottom left. Always clockwise. I caught myself doing it on autopilot, and I thought, if I ever brushed the other way, would my whole day unravel?
That's strangely relatable. I stir my coffee clockwise too. 3 spins, sip, then 3 more. Once I stirred counterclockwise by accident, and I swear my train was late just to punish me.
Maybe we're living in some secret rhythm and breaking it glitches the universe.
Or maybe it just reveals how fragile we are. My mornings are like dominoes. Wake up at 6:47, no alarm, feed the cat before she claws the cupboard, French press coffee. Then I sit at the window and read until the sun hits the neighbor's chimney. That's my signal to get dressed.
6:47 exactly.
Without fail, my body's been trained. Sometimes I wonder if I'm wasting my life repeating these rituals.
Or maybe they're saving it. My mornings are chaos. I wake up at 8:12 because that's the latest I can stretch without missing the bus. Then I scramble, left shoe always goes missing, my hair insists on rebellion, and I pack my lunch while brushing my teeth.
That sounds like a daily emergency drill.
Exactly. But here's the weird part. I like it. That little storm gets my brain alive. Yesterday, I spilled yogurt on my scarf, and instead of being upset, I laughed all the way to work. People thought I was unhinged, but it felt like freedom.
Huh. See, that would destroy me. One misplaced sock and my day collapses. I guess I crave predictability. You thrive on disruption.
And yet, we both arrive at the same subway platform, side by side, like clockwork.
That's true. Maybe our routines are like opposite rivers feeding into the same sea.
Beautiful metaphor. Write that down in your window journal.
It's not a journal, it's observations. Like yesterday, I wrote, "The sparrows don't fight for crumbs, only pigeons do." It's my way of slowing down time.
That's oddly profound. My version of that is listening to people's footsteps in the hallway at work. You can tell who's stressed by the sharpness of their heels. One woman stomps like she's at war. Another drifts like she's sleepwalking. It's like eavesdropping on emotions without words.
That's brilliant. You're turning routine noise into a secret language.
Maybe we both are. You with your sparrows, me with footsteps. We're decoding the mundane.
Still, I envy your chaos sometimes. I feel like my life is an endless row of neatly folded shirts, precise, clean, but lifeless.
And I envy your order. My life feels like a laundry basket that never empties. Maybe we want what the other has because balance is hiding somewhere in between.
Do you ever fear routine becomes identity? Like if I stripped away my coffee ritual, my chimney sun watching, my exact wake up time, who's left?
Maybe someone freer, or maybe someone lost. I think the way we repeat ourselves is how we carve out a shape in the world. Without those grooves, we'd just be fog.
Fog isn't so bad. It drifts, no boundaries.
True, But fog also disappears when the sun comes out. I'd rather be a crooked tree. Messy branches, uneven roots, but still rooted.
And I'd rather be a clock tower. Predictable, reliable, but maybe secretly yearning to stop ticking for once.
Maybe one day you will. And maybe one day I'll finally fold my laundry.
Deal. Until then, you'll keep losing your left shoe, and I'll keep spinning coffee clockwise.
And somehow we'll still meet on the platform every morning. I guess that's the real rhythm beneath it all.
Yeah, maybe that's the only part that matters.